Right, so welcome, Sam Bombardier White. I'm currently working at the Army Career Office in Inverness. I've been in the Army 7 years. Back in my regiment down in Larkhill in Wiltshire, I work within a fire support team within the Royal Artillery. We've been asked to give you this presentation or video today to talk about the opportunities within the British Army.
So I am also working in the Army Careers Office in Inverness as well. My name is Lance Corporal Docherty and I'm in the Corps of the Royal Engineers. By trade, I am an air conditioning and refrigeration engineer, and I've been serving for the last 8 years, and my current regiment is 39 Royal Engineers up in Kinloss in North of Scotland.
So the role of our organisation, the British Army, is to protect the UK and its national interests. Whether that be in the UK or overseas, we're doing training exercises and we're also doing deployments. So now what we'll go into as well is we'll talk about the career streams. We'll go through them individually. There's 7 in total, but what we'll do in this video is we're going to put the qualification sheet in, because that's one of the pertinent questions that we're getting in the moment. People want to know the qualifications that they have got, what actually jobs they can apply for. So you want to have a look at this at the moment. You can certainly pause the video, have a little look at it before we actually go into it and talk about the career streams individually. So within the combat career stream, we can break it into 2 segments. We have combat and we have combat support. So now talking just about combat, we have infantry soldiers ranging anything from the Royal Regiment of Scotland to paratroopers to the Guards, for example. Then moving on to thinking about the armoured regiments. So we have the Royal Tank Regiment as well, who are responsible for supporting the infantry soldiers as well. Now moving on to combat support. So our job is responsible for supporting the infantry soldiers within the combat segment. So we've got the Royal Artillery, many different roles within this. We have logistics, military transport, we also have King's Troop for the Royal Horse Artillery down at Buckingham Palace, and then for my job we also have a fire support team who are responsible for calling on artillery. Now moving on to comms, IT and intelligence. So the 2 corps within this are the Royal Signals, who are responsible for all our lines of communication. Whether that be putting the infrastructure in buildings or just generally listening in to our lines of communications to make sure they're secure and no one else is listening in to them, for example. The other segment to this is the intelligence corps. They're responsible for giving us a back brief before we go anywhere to tell us what the atmospherics are going to be like.
So going into engineering, breaking it down into 2 parts. We have Royal Engineers and Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineering. So going into the Royal Engineers then, you will become a multi-skilled soldier, having all infantry skills, combat engineering and a trade as well. When you're working towards your trade, you'll gain same qualifications as you would through any other recognised company through the apprenticeship scheme. So Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers, they are key to the British Army in maintaining our vehicles and equipment. Like the Royal Engineers, they also gain the similar trade through an apprenticeship scheme.
So now moving on to logistics and supplies. We have the Royal Logistics Corps, who are responsible for getting all our kit and equipment to us in the UK and overseas through various means of transport, whether that be on ships, cargo planes, logistical supply chain. Moving on to the medical career stream. Within the British Army, we have our own private healthcare system. So if you're ever injured, if you need dental treatment or physiotherapy, you are referred to the medical centre wherever you're based and you will receive the relevant treatment. We train our own, so we have our own in-house training. If you need a relevant qualification within this role, we will send you away to university or a college to gain the same qualification as needed for working within the NHS. Moving on to the next career stream, we have HR, finance and support. What this entails is we have people who are dealing with our administration, such as pay, documentation and other parts of the administration system, so that within the other key roles in the British Army, you're focused on your job. So the last career stream now, so we have the Corps of Army Music. Believe it or not, you can actually apply to join the British Army and play a musical instrument. To join the Corps of Army Music, all we require you to do is you're able to read music, then we'll take you down to Neller Hall near Twickenham in London. You'll be down there for over a year and then they will adapt you so you can play various musical instruments. We also have the pipes and drums segment of this, but if you want to join that, you do have to join the combat element within the Royal Regiment of Scotland or the Royal Artillery. So how do you get into any of the career streams as we've just discussed? So literally all you have to do is to go onto Army Jobs, do some research. If you do apply online, due to the current government restrictions, everything we do is virtual and online. You will then apply online, you will complete an online medical questionnaire. After that, you will then be given a virtual presentation, be given a phone call interview with our career advisor. We will then tell you the fitness standards for your job and what you need to prepare for. We will then give you time to go away, work on your fitness for your 1.2 mile run. You will be given a certain amount of time. You will then come back to us and we will book your physical training test. Once you've completed your physical training test, we can then allocate you a slot at basic training. So why you should think about joining the British Army already, we'll give you good qualifications. For example, if you want to get more qualifications or redo any you've done before. We've also got job security. It's one of the pertinent things at the moment with obviously COVID-19. We're all secure within our jobs as well. You've not got 0-hour contracts, you're not part-time for example as well. That's one thing to think about, especially at the moment. Travel as well. I've been to many countries and it's one thing that you will get to do within the British Army. On top of already good prospects, okay, so good pay for example, and then we also get a generous leave package compared to anyone else.
So yes, we do work experiences. We run this over a 5-day event up in Dingwall and down in Barry-Budden. This is run by our outreach team, and during this event we will cover basic inventory skills and get to know what you'll actually do within the army itself. The best thing about this is you don't have to actually have an application in place. You could just have a genuine interest or just want to see what it's all about and what we actually offer to you.
So the best advice I can give to anyone who's thinking about a career within the British Army, just get in contact with us. It's the biggest step. So either speak to us here at the Army Career Office in Inverness, pick up the phone, call us, either speak to myself or Corporal Docherty. We can do everything virtually at the moment due to the current government restrictions. Everything is online once you've applied as well. The biggest step, like I said, get in contact or go on the Army Jobs website if that would be better for yourself. But like I said, get in touch with myself, Bombardier White or Corporal Docherty here at Army Careers Inverness.